place as the image, because it seems like what the whole tenor of your talk is sort of return of a kind of operationally relevant Euclidean diagram to what, based on the mathematical representations you present, are entirely algebraic. And so why wouldn't the progression be from the idea of the particle as a point, not from point to string, but point to line, or any other third possibility?
That's a great question. And in another part of my research, I looked at the technical discourse around the birth of string theory, if you will, and the struggle that the theorists went through to name it, who finally won out. And there were several names thrown around about what to call it when they were first sort of exploring this mathematical object. One of the early names of it was a rubber band. Susskind was usually credited with sort of discovering string theory, and he called it a rubber band. There were three theorists that kind of did the principal work on early string theory simultaneously, unwittingly. And while Susskind named it a rubber band, all three of them named it a harmonic oscillator. But the problem with a term like that, of course, is that it's so abstract. It's difficult to work with. It's difficult to, in your mind's eye, in that sort of mesocosm, to imagine yourself wrestling with it, grasping it. So eventually, there's this interesting passage in the book The Cosmic Landscape, where Susskind is talking about the early days of string theory, and he went to a conference where Murray Gell-Mann was talking, who was this kind of statesman in the field, a very widely respected physicist. And at the time, what string theory was exploring was the atomic nucleus. No one really knew much about the atomic nucleus, and they were trying to interpret the data they were getting about it. And there were various theories being thrown around. And one of them was Murray Gell-Mann's theory of the quark, and another was a theory of partons that was put forward by Richard Feynman. And it just so happened that Susskind caught the attention of Gell-Mann, and Gell-Mann championed his research and sold it to all the other theorists at the conference. And because of that, the term string kind of stuck. So there's something, that's why I say that there's something sort of very contingent about it, historically contingent. There's a coincidence at a conference that caused this image of the string to be associated with this mathematical object. Of course, you can make arguments that the string as an image is appropriate or apt because it has certain features that this mathematical object has, but there are other images that you can probably make similarly compelling arguments as to its appropriateness.